recent years, rising global temperatures have accelerated the melting of the polar ice caps. This phenomenon is driven by global warming, mainly caused by greenhouse gas emissions. The melting of these ice masses has alarming consequences for the oceans and the planet's climate balance. One of the main concerns is the release of vast amounts of fresh water into the oceans. As the ice melts, this fresh water reduces the salinity of the seas, especially in the North Atlantic, where ocean currents such as the Atlantic Meridional overturning circulation play a crucial role in regulating the global climate. If this current weakens or stops, the effects could be catastrophic, leading to abrupt climate changes. The impact on marine life and coastal communities would be profound. The melting ice also contributes to rising sea levels, which threaten to submerge low-lying areas and displace millions of people. Coastal erosion is another significant issue, as it can lead to the loss of habitats and infrastructure. The changes in ocean salinity and temperature can disrupt marine ecosystems, affecting fish populations and the livelihoods of those who depend on fishing. The Arctic and Antarctic regions are particularly vulnerable to these changes. The loss of ice also means the loss of habitat for species such as polar bears, seals, and penguins. These animals rely on the ice for hunting, breeding, and protection from predators. If the ice continues to melt at the current rate, we could see more extreme weather events, such as stronger storms, more intense heat waves, and unpredictable weather patterns. This would have far-reaching effects on agriculture, water supply, and human health. The economic impact of these changes cannot be underestimated. The cost of dealing with the consequences of melting ice caps, such as building sea defenses and relocating communities, will be enormous. Time-lapse of coastal erosion in town split screen comparing Arctic and Antarctic ice infographic of greenhouse gas emission sources, world map highlighting vulnerable coastal areas, climate scientists looking concerned at data, melting glaciers in Greenland, satellite images showing ice loss over time, infographic of projected sea level rise coastal city with flood defenses, coral reefs affected by temperature changes, global climate protest, renewable energy sources, International Climate Conference, scientists conducting climate research, community building sea defenses, children learning about climate change. Studies indicate that a significant reduction in salinity can impact heat transport between the equator and the poles, potentially causing extreme cooling in some regions. This raises the possibility of a new ice age, as has happened in the past when similar events disrupted ocean currents and led to prolonged periods of intense cold in Europe and North America. Furthermore, rising sea levels due to ice melt put coastal communities worldwide at risk, increasing the frequency of floods and extreme weather events. It is essential to take measures to reduce pollutant emissions and minimize the impacts of global warming before these changes become irreversible. Close-up of community impact. The future of Earth's climate depends on collective human action to preserve polar ecosystems and ensure the planet's stability for future generations. Final shot emphasizing ecosystem fragility. End credits on melting ice background. In conclusion, the melting of the polar ice caps is a critical issue that requires immediate attention. One innovative idea to combat this problem is to spray micro-solid particles into the atmosphere to block some of the sun's rays, thereby decelerating the warming of the polar regions. This geoengineering solution, while still in the experimental stage, could provide a temporary respite as we work on reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Visuals of scientists working on geoengineering experiments and animated graphics showing the potential impact of spraying micro-solid particles into the atmosphere. But this is just one part of the solution. Reducing our carbon footprint, switching to renewable energy sources, and advocating for stronger environmental policies are equally crucial steps we must take. Visuals of people engaging in eco-friendly practices like using solar panels, planting trees, and participating in climate marches. We encourage you to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your thoughts and solutions to this pressing issue. Together, we can make a difference. Final shot of a diverse group of people holding a banner that says, "Act now for our planet," with a backdrop of a stunning yet fragile polar landscape. End credits on melting ice background.